Hello survivors and welcome to another The Spell Brigade video. In today's video we are solo again. We're playing with Ludwig and we are going to be playing with Arcane Broadsword. Not a huge fan of it just yet because it does require certain augments to feel really good. This is one of those banger YouTube videos or skills that you can get like a banger video out of if you get the right stuff for it, and that means a lot of cooldown reduction and a double augment, double of the same augment where it slows down the blades so that you're able to get 3 or up to 5 blades out at a single time. So it is a very RNG thing. We're going to try the swords out, see what happens, and go from there. We'll try and get as many out as possible, and then we can always try and get like a really ridiculous one going maybe as a short or something in the future. But for now, we're just trying to finish, severe on every single character, which we're currently doing. This will be Ludwig. I think we've done it before on him already, and I didn't really feel that amazing on him, but it wasn't so bad. So here we are. Alright, now unfortunately the developers didn't like the fact that we were using the luck too well, so it did get nerfed. So that one relic that increased your luck to, infinite, as long as you were leveling up, you would get more and more luck. It now does have a cap of 8. Unfortunately, I don't agree with the cap being so low. 8 luck is like nothing. You just need a legendary luck increase and you're already there, which makes it feel really bad. You could get a single level with the same amount of luck, or you could land up getting 2 levels with the epic or rare quality, and you've got more luck than what that relic can now give you. So relic really doesn't feel like it's in its place. Maybe if it made it 20 luck or even 30 as a cap, it would feel a lot better. But currently with 8 only as a maximum, that doesn't feel very good at all. We'll go with the damage with Rune Burst. I do want to try and focus on the Arcane Broadsword, but when the game doesn't give it to you, I don't want to use any rerolls just yet, because even though the relic is really bad, if we do find it, I am going to use it, because 8 luck is 8 luck regardless of, how bad the relic is. Now, we'll go for the crit chance. We're sitting on 34%. That is pretty decent. So we in a good spot there. Also, they did buff multiplayer. So if you are playing with other people, you will find that you're leveling up a lot faster than if you are playing solo. I wouldn't, maybe it is faster. I don't actually know if it is faster or if you're just able to get more, XP from things. And then we're going to go with dodge chance. There is a relic that makes it so that you heal every time you dodge. So it just makes sense to grab dodge, just so that you can get all that healing. And over here, even if we land up getting a augment for Rune Burst, I'm okay with that. We know from our last video that Rune Burst is one of my favorite skills. However, I am planning on unlocking Campanelli, and we are going to try and make something useful out of Magic Missile, because I've come to a really soft spot liking of that skill. So I'm trying to see what happens there. Now over here, I don't understand why they don't offer you a 3rd augment. I mean, I guess what they should do is offer you 3 augments and then have a skip button in case you don't want to take one of the augments. So I understand they've got the 3 augments, the 2 augments and then 1 non-augment in case you don't want to take an augment. But then at the same time, you let us skip it rather and give us more choices. Just a personal, thing there. Alright, there's luck. So you need 2 rare luck upgrades to get to the same value out of the relic as well. So there you got 2 rare lucks and you got the same amount, 8 luck there. So you really did hit us hard with that, which is really unfortunate because we really wanted it to be something that you could seek out every single round to try and get more and more luck and get more and more powerful, especially in the hardcore rounds where you need that power. Alright, so we're just gonna, there we go, we got them to explode. I did want to try and catch the other 2 in the explosion, but it didn't happen. But there we go. Just gotta wait and see what the other augments might be. Increase in XP is very good. Over luck, I would take the XP any day. although we did get that at the 4 luck over there, but decided let's rather be more experienced than more lucky in the game, if that makes sense. Just a little corny joke over there, play on words. Increase our damage on the arcane broadswords. I've also really started to enjoy the lightning acid combo, so the sulfur storm, I think that's what it's called. Very strong acid, increasing the damage you deal. I do want to know, and maybe one of you guys watching here knows if this happens, but if I have another skill like our rune burst, deal acid, and the enemy has the debuff on them, does that mean that when we next use our our arcane broadsword, will that acid debuff still apply to our arcane broadsword's damage as well, or is it only damage for the skill that applied the debuff? So that's something I would like to know. I will end up asking it if no one knows, and then we can always get back to it and see in the next episode, be like, yeah, that was the case. But if you do know, please let me know. That will help everyone watching this as well as me for the future, because then it's worth getting acid even on one weapon. Also for our skill or skin, we actually need double acid on the arcane broadsword, so we're going to try and see if we can get that on this going on this run for ourselves. Alright, base movement speed, I will take that. That little bit of luck has come a very long way. Even that dodge, you can see it does type out dodge for us, so we do land up getting the dodge happening over, which is really good. And what do we get? We get base and movement speed. We'll go for the spell cooldown. Don't really want to reroll just yet. I don't see a need for it. Maybe if we really get like only commons and all of the options are trash. Like all of them were crit damage. If that's even possible, but if I get like 3 options for necro roll. Okay, decrease the spell cooldown. It's legendary. We're definitely going to be taking it. A lot of XP coming in over there, even though we just leveled up, we get another level up right away. So over here, this is a good indication. We could go for the dodge, but because they're common, we're actually going to re-roll over there. We get the cooldown on the arcane broadsword, which is much better for us. Although it is common, it is a skill level up that we wanted for a skill that we are using more than necro will. So it makes sense to kind of go for it right then and there, do the re-roll and go. Please give me mushrooms. Okay, sacrifice is pretty good right now. Grab ourselves some crit. Not really the best option, but again, we don't really need the necro will upgrades. So grabbing the crit is good. Trying to kill as many things as possible here. That guy's gonna... Luckily, we don't have to be in the circle when the enemies die. They just need to die in the circle themselves. So using these explodey things for our own advantage does come in handy. And also that clutch armor over there probably just saved our life. See, I'd rather have a reroll or a skip over here, because this is ridiculous. I'll just take the decrease. Alright, we get lightning and fire. We're going to grab lightning. Like I mentioned, sulfur storm is really good. So we'll just grab it. Would have liked a double acid like the game wants us to get, but unfortunately we can't always get what we want. I think I say that every single time I don't get what I want. It's like a coping mechanism right now. Do you guys say that to yourselves as well? Massive copium happening here for bad RNG. The game really wants me to level up Necro well. It's like, you took the skill, you need to level it up. Everything's been offered to Necro well. We'll go for the Astral orbs. Yeah, they much better. And now we've got the next wizard unlocked, so we can finally start looking at doing some crazy stuff with the phantom blades. I'm coming to quite enjoy them, and hopefully I can get what I'm looking for with them. Because those also, once you get the right augments on them, you're in such a good spot. Alright, decrease our spells cooldown even more. Even if we can just get 2 of these arcane broadswords out at once, that would be really, really good. But I think we're going to need a lot of verdant hastes. Veil of hastes for that. Right, increase the spell size. That looked like it just went a lot faster around in a circle. We need more cooldown. Come on, game. Give me more cooldown. Okay, we took 0 damage there somehow, but that's good. I'm just gonna reroll again. Really want me to play Necro Will. Alright, so I just lost a life. Guess I wasn't really paying attention to my life. But that's okay, we just used the Resurrection Beam to get a whole bunch of XP over there. More cooldown on the Arcane Broadsword, that's exactly what we're looking for. And now it's up all the time, so we should be raking in that XP from it. It's just not killing the trash mobs just yet. We need a bit of damage with it. Trash mob, I mean everything that isn't a hermit crab. If we don't one-shot everything else, we're not going to have a fun time a little bit later. So need to get a little bit of damage going, and then I think we're going to be one-tapping everything. There's a bit of damage, perfect. That is why we want acid on it as well. The more acid we get, the more damage we're going to be dealing to the enemies, so that's going to make sense. Increase our spell size, why not? Get even bigger arcane broadswords going. Increase spell size, I'm just going to ignore Necro Will. Just take anything else but Necro Will. It can stay at level 2. Maybe if I ignore it for long enough, it will disappear from my life. Alright, there should be a relic that has spawned somewhere along the map. I don't know if they're on timers or not, but I'm pretty certain that there should be one somewhere for us to get. So we're going to go and take a look and try and see if we can find it. I thought I was at the top of the map, but it turns out I wasn't. Alright, this is actually the perfect objective for us to try and find the relic at the same time. So the game just knew, it's like, I know what you're trying to do, Broken. We'll give you the appropriate mission to complete your goal. We'll come back and get all of that. I'm sure we'll pick up a magnet along the way, so not too worried about that. There's the relic. However, I don't see any more mushrooms anywhere, so that's a bit unfortunate. I get delayed fate, which is what I was talking about. And as you can see, we get a max of 8, which is really unfortunate. I'm going to take the health per level up. That's going to actually be more beneficial to me, especially since I'm taking so much damage. And then we're going to be able to just not worry about healing. We also get the 12 healing from our passive tree as well, which I don't think I've ever showed you guys, but if that's something that interests you, I mean, I've pretty much got everything maxed except for crit damage and revival speed, I think it is. And then also spell size, because it's like 19% spell size, and I really don't feel like it makes that big of a difference. Do need to level up, because that 50 HP is quite nice. Especially now when you look at what's happening to my life. Alright, that's what we did. Okay, increase our XP gain, that's going to be good for leveling up a bit more. And the objective is complete. It would be nice if completing an objective maybe gave... Okay. I am highly disappointed right now. I hope you know that by the reaction, the pause. I wish I had a web camera that I could have shown you the disappointment for getting those options as my augments. Twice in a row, we got a double necrotic whirl augment. I do not want to see that. I want to banish it from existence. Why am I seeing that? A nice, okay, that makes up for it a little bit. So it's not the end of the world. You can see we're starting to see 2 swords appearing with the cooldown. But that necrotic whirl, that makes me salty. Because we just needed the rotation to be slower, and then we would have been in a much better spot. And now I'm taking damage for nothing because I'm distracted and disappointed, and now my focus is gone. This game. Introduce re-rolling augments, please. Maybe when they have more characters and more achievements and things like that, more skills, then maybe it would make more sense to be able to re-roll it. But right now, I understand it will make the achievement and the skin hunting too easy. But come on, man. When things like that happen to you, what are the chances? I have 3 spells. Twice in a row, I get double necrotic augments. Like, does the game give you augments for spells you don't level up? I have so many questions for it. So what do we get over here? We're going to go and increase our damage for our rune burst. It really feels like if you have 0 levels on a skill, you're more likely to get the augments for that skill than if you have a skill that you're planting levels into. That's just how I feel. I could be completely wrong about it. But if that is the case, then maybe I need to start just planting levels into my other skills rather than my arcane broadsword. And then as soon as I get the augments I want, we start putting the levels into it. So we got our Sulfur Storm, which is really good. You can see it's spreading the acid to all of the other enemies, which is fantastic. That's going to mean that they take more damage. Again, I don't know if the damage that they take is going to be more or less, but look at the beautiful Veil of Haste increase there. And now you can see the swords actually look like they swing faster with a lower cooldown. Beautiful legendary. So I am getting some upgrades here that are making up for the loss of the augment. But again, it hurts seeing that happen. We'll get fire for this because I'm sure that, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm certain that I've got this feeling inside of me that's telling me that acid debuff is for everything. We'll grab the life and just make my way along this wall. There we go, perfect. I'm certain that acid makes it so that your other skills also have increased damage, but I can't guarantee it because I haven't tested it. But the fact that they stay green to me means that yes, it does do that, but I don't know. I'm just an old man playing a game and having fun. Ooh, do we want the crit? Do you know what? We will take it. It's legendary. We do have 44% chance to crit, so that's going to increase our crit damage substantially. And with the acid as well, that's going to make it even better. And you know the game's gonna love me now. I'm not gonna see the Necro Will augment. I'm gonna see an Arcane Broadsword augment, which is going to allow us to slow it down. And we get a legendary pickup over there. That was a level up. I nearly shut myself there because I saw Necro Will. No, this game does not like us today. What did we get? A double Astral Orb. And what level is Astral Orb, ladies and gentlemen? It is level 1. Who down in the comments can tell me that I am wrong in saying that this game gives you higher odds of seeing augments for lower levels? Tell me I am wrong there. We put a level in Necro Will because we're like, okay, fine, we'll give you a level up. And then look, Astral Orb, level 1. We got the Astral Orb, and now we start seeing all of the upgrades or the augments for that skill. It's just, it's too convenient for it to not be true. I am going to test this even further. I'm going to play a game where I'll start off with like an Astral Orb, and I've got to just hope and pray that we get the specific upgrades that allow us not to get that. So we can't use Delayed Fates or get Evasion Mend. What we'll do is we'll start off maybe in like a multiplayer thing where I'm not going to land up leveling up that specific skill. We'll level up something else, like a general level ups till level 5, and then we get another skill. It's going to require a lot of re-rolling, a lot of luck, but I think it's going to help with testing this theory out and see, okay, well, there we go. We landed up getting the arcane brawl or whatever skill I want to test this on, and we'll see whether or not that works. Because if it is the case, then there is going to be a little bit of a strategy to this until they maybe shadow change it or whatever the case may be, because that's just how it is. We are getting a lot of juicy Veil of Haste upgrades over here. We're sitting on a cooldown of 60%. I've only got 2 swords going at the same time, but just look at them. It is ridiculous. This skill is really, really fun, especially when you play Acid Lightning like I am. I would like more damage, but the cooldown there, it's just doing its thing. We can also go and grab an increased spell size. That's going to help it become even bigger. And you can see, even though we're playing on Severe, we are still in a really good spot with regards to, you know, being free to move around. We aren't really struggling to kill things or anything to that effect. I'm going to grab the luck over here. We're sitting at 20 luck, which is a pretty decent amount of luck to have. I think 40 is the best spot, like we mentioned, but it's definitely a lot harder to get there now. So we got to just go with that. I'm going to take the cooldown over the damage when they're both common. If it was rare or epic damage, I would have taken it. An increase to luck over there is really, really good for us. And just making sure that we stand outside of those circles. Also, something that I don't think a lot of players know is when you do die, you are able to move during that resurrection phase. So if you find yourself in the midst of many, many monsters and you can kill a good amount of them using the resurrection beam, because that's what it's actually called, you know, achievement for Wizard King. But if you're able to get that resurrection beam to kill things, then you're in a really good spot for extra XP. You can get the HP on level up, so you can get yourself some levels, level up, get HP, and recover from there. Or if you find that you're surrounded, you can use that to kind of run away and survive the onslaught that's pursuing you. So just in case you didn't know, you can move while you are resurrecting. Okay, dodge chance, I'll grab that. I will grab the increase to spell cooldown for the Ruin Burst, that's fine. Unfortunately, we're not going to get another augment, so not really getting what we wanted with this. It's okay, it's not the end of the world. We did get a double blade, as you can see, which worked out pretty good anyway. It's dealing what it had to deal. But it is what it is. We can't always win here. Well, I mean, we can always win. I'm gonna win. Can't always get what we want. 53% crit chance. That's huge. It's at least every second attack logistically critting. But I think we'll probably land up critting more than that. Alright, we got a legendary spell cooldown here. I'm actually going to go with... do you know what? We'll take it. I was going to do the arcane broadsword since that's what we're focusing on, but... let's go. I guess we can go with range. I'm like stuck in this corner, but you can see I'm not really worried about moving out of it. because as soon as something comes, it just dies. I mean, this is the reason why the game doesn't want you to have that delayed fate being so strong. You can see I'm already level 70. Just imagine how that would be 70 plus or 60, or I mean probably 70 plus luck, which means I'm only going to be seeing like epics and legendaries every single level up, which kind of defeats the purpose. I get why it was nerfed, but really it shouldn't have been nerfed to the ground and below that. So maybe luck, you need to find it more often, or maybe when you find luck, you can only find it as a rare plus upgrade. That would make sense then, but I don't know. I don't know how they can fix it. Maybe increase the cap to 20, that's just it. Just increase the cap to 20. Okay, give me lightning. We'll go what? Why not? Alright, I would be happy with one more level just so we can decrease our cooldown even further, because why not? We did dodge the explosion over there, which is completely epic. And we are demolishing this boss. He's already at half life. This is complete... Oof. This is destruction if I haven't seen it before. Man, that's a lot of damage. Man, that was a lot of damage. We just demolished that boss. Ladies and gentlemen, we have unlocked Campanelli. Expect to see some videos on him in the future. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this in the future. And always remember, keep safe, survivors. Until next time, cheers.